My name is Yasmine. I work in higher education and I come from Egypt. I suppose the one thing I would change, there are many things I would change, and the Arab Spring has given us lots of hopes about things that we want to change and we want to improve in the region. But I suppose if there's one thing I would want to change would be that would be education. And it's a little bit complicated when it comes to the Arab region because you have to work in parallel in two directions. In a country like where I come from, you have lots of deficiencies in childhood education up to higher education, as well as you have lots of deficiencies in adult illiteracy. And we have around 40% of adult literacy in Egypt alone. I suppose I need to first work on childhood education and higher education. We've heard a lot of during the past years and decades, we've heard a lot of money being injected into the educational system, money coming from the government, money coming from foreign aid organizations, but you don't know really if this money has went to its right constituents or not. And you don't know if these financial resources have truly went to those who need it or not. Because if they have, then you wouldn't have an educational system like the one we have back home. I think education has to be a government priority, has to be #1 priority on the government's agenda. If you have it as a government priority, then every other constituent in the educational system will feel the importance. That way teachers will go to class wanting to teach and feeling the importance of the role in society, and not just going to teach just for the few pennies that they get. And the kids themselves, they will feel the importance of their education. They will not go to school just to please parents or just please some social satisfactions that people have or expectations that people have out of them. They'll get engaged into liberal thinking, into discussions, and not just being able to read and write. And this I think is very important. In parallel with that, you also have to eradicate illiteracy. You cannot really work on the kids, you cannot work on the children, and not work on the parents who actually primarily and foremostly encourage the kids to go to school. So you have to do that as well. In countries like ours, if you invest in education, you're actually investing in every other angle in the society and every aspect of the individual. So if you're investing in his education, you're basically teaching him not to throw trash on the street. You're basically teaching him to respect women, not to harass women. You're teaching the parents how to raise their kids as good citizens. So you're actually investing in every socioeconomic aspect in the society, and it's going to affect it all. It's a domino effect.